Hey YouTube, how's it going? Chaos Emperor Dragons here. Bringing you an update on the new master ruling just released by the OCG. It comes into effect in April 2020. And I just kind of want to talk about the ramifications this has on our game when the format eventually reaches the TCG. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it. So the new ruling states that if you're Synchro, XYZ or Fusion Monster, you no longer have to be summoned to an extra monster zone or a zone a link monster points to. So if you synchro summon, say, Scrap Dragon, it can go into any zone. It doesn't have to be in a zone a link monster points to. So you don't need, I'm just using Flogo here for an example, does not have to actually go to a zone he's pointing to. You can go to any zone, and same for the XYZs, and same for the fusion monsters. The only thing that remains intact is link monsters, still have to go in the extra monster zone, or zone a link points to, and so do pens. This kind of makes sense because when the link ruling was brought in, it was brought in to stop pens and to kind of bring them in check, because you would always spam the film with 5 cards really comfortably and just kind of went from there. Whereas now, obviously, it's a lot more in check because in control. You have to do it to where a link monster points to and then use the zones from there. Now the ruling does state if you pen summon or summon out a pendulum monster that is a synchro and an XYZ and it's face down in your extra deck, then that can go to any zone. But the face up pendulum monsters must go to where a link monster points to. So that's going to be the new ruling. And this is actually a really cool ruling because the meta obviously was dominated by link monsters because you couldn't use your extra deck without it. You had to have a link monster pointing. The downward arrows was so important to have, and then you could kind of combo off from there. Now, however, you don't need that. So I'm actually just going to show you how broken Thunder Dragons can be with this new ruling. So let's just say we've got a Thunder Dragon Roar on the field. And we activate the effect of our Thunder Dragon in our hand. Send it to the graveyard. Discard it to add another one back. Now the conditions are live for Thunder Dragon Colossus. So we can tribute our Roar, bring out our Colossus into any zone. So let's just say 1, for example. Roar effects will activate because it got sent to the graveyard. So now you can special summon at the Thunder Dragon in defense position. So we can bring out our Dark. Effect is live for Colossus, so we can send that off to bring out our next Colossus. Dark is sent to the graveyard, so we can add a Thunder Dragon to our hand. So we can add in Hawk, which we can discard to special summon, say, another Dark. As I said, it's live for Colossus, so we can tribute off again. Bring out our third Colossus. So we've already got 3 Colossus on the field now through the most simplest of combos of having 1 monster on the field. And if you have a Thunder Dragon Fusion, you can activate, and because we have 3 Thunder Dragons in our graveyard now, we can even bring out a Titan. And you can end your board on that. It is ridiculous, this rule. But this is the way it used to be. And the addition of Link Monsters, as I said, was brought in to put pendulums in check, which makes a lot of sense. So now it's just a crazy new format. It should actually help diverse the format a lot more, which should be actually really fun. So we should see a lot more different decks trying to top. We shouldn't see the same decks over and over. Cool. So let me know what you think. There's new Master Ruling 5 or Master Ruling Revision as the OCG are calling it. And let me know down in the comment sections what you think the most broken decks are going to be. Obviously, Thunder Dragons is one of them that's up there. But what are the other decks? Synchro decks are back. XYZ decks are back. Fusion decks are back. Make sure you subscribe and see you next time. See ya.